listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. My name is Ken Lawler. I'm the developer of the LOZ app, and you are either watching us in the LOZ app or you're listening to us on KRMS on Saturday mornings from 10 to 11 a.m. We do a simulcast, and now you can hear or see us wherever you want, or maybe you could do both. Today, we have a special guest with us. We have Melissa Krantz with RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. Melissa, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
You know what? I am doing awesome. It's December. I'm actually down in Arizona. It's warm down here. You are back in the lake where it's a little chillier. So we're all experiencing our different things here. But I think this is a good time of year to talk about real estate and to talk about what's going on at the lake because December is kind of a wild month because you've got all the stuff going on with the holidays. Everyone's busy, but people are still trying to buy and sell real estate, right?
They absolutely are. And what you'll see in the month of December, you're going to see people take advantage of trying to do transactions for tax purposes. So I don't want people to think that this is a dead time in the market whatsoever, because over 27% of our business is done in this final fourth quarter.
Wow.
So yes, we've got a lot going on over here, but you still need to stay focused for the clients that need to get those transactions closed prior to the end of the year.
That's a great point. So everyone's trying to get it in before the 31st. And so, and plus the holidays, which, let's face it, now it's in the middle of the week. So it's closing down a couple days that you have available. So it's pretty busy.
It's a circus, but we're here to play. We're here.
What are you seeing right now in the lake market? Like what's jumping out to you? As and you guys are, you put on, I attended your seminar that you did earlier in the fall, and it was just an amazing seminar with just a ton of information. You guys really are deep into the data of what's going on, and I love that. Like I think a lot of people are like, well, it seems like this, or I feel like this, but you guys, you look at the numbers, don't you?
We absolutely look at the numbers because the numbers don't lie. It's going to tell us what the market's doing, and what's interesting is the consumer, and especially the seller, you are still making money. So I don't want people to think that they're losing value by any means, but our transactions are really kind of just at this, how can I describe it? We're really not gaining in transactions at all. It's been about the same in transactions for the last 3 years. So you're seeing a squeeze on things. Not as many properties are selling, but your volume's increased. So everyone says, okay, the market's on fire, which it is still very good, but you just don't have as many units being sold.
And that's primarily because the amount per transaction is going up, right? I mean, you're seeing those where maybe it used to be the average for a lake home, an average lake home might have been 400,000. Now it's 600,000-700,000, right?
It has gone up. If you look just at residential lakefront homes, your volume is up 13% from 2025 from the beginning compared to 2024. So you've made your money. And what's interesting too, off-water homes, that's up 12% in volume.
Yeah, that's going to be, and think about what's coming to the lake. I mean, you've got the casinos, you've got the Oasis, you've got the new mall that's going to happen with Bass Pro. That's going to bring people and jobs and full-time residents. And a lot of times, if they're moving from St. Louis, Kansas City, Jeff City, whatever, and they're coming here to work, they're not necessarily a lake person. They don't mind living in second tier. I think that's going to really put a fire on second tier, isn't it?
I absolutely think that if you drive over to, Port Achim and the Villages, you're going to see a lot of building going on. And I think you've hit it right on the head. Commercial is starting to take another leap. With the new big businesses coming into town, that's going to follow suit. If you drive down 242 and you see how they're changing the landscape of that, it's just opening the door for new businesses to come in.
Yeah, I'm amazed at the amount of land that's getting moved over there. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the infrastructure of the lake when all of these new places open up and how it affects the job market. I'm a little concerned with the job market there because it's already hard enough for the seasonal people to get enough help. Once these, I will call them full-time jobs, come in with healthcare and with, all the amenities and all that kind of thing, is there enough people to support that, or is it going to be taking from the normal, group that's there or working anyway? How are they going to fill those jobs? So it'll be really interesting to see how the lake acclimates to that.
Well, and I think you have a valid concern, and that's on our top of mind. Trying to figure out how we're going to bring more housing here. The hospital just partnered with Mayo. That opens up a whole new thing for us to give back to the people in our community. So in order for us to grow, we're going to have to figure out where we're going to place these people. The school systems are wonderful here, but we may need more teachers. We may have to expand on that. So I think we need to start looking at long-term growth, and the lake is going to change. I know some people don't want it to, but if we're not changing, we're not growing. And we're definitely growing. People have discovered us, so we need to start thinking about it.
Yeah, it's on its way, and you can't stop it, and that's okay. And there's no reason to be afraid of it, but you have to be prepared for it. And I think, do you see more apartment buildings being built for that group coming in, or do you see more people who are just going to end up becoming owners of homes? I mean, or is the rental home market going to become super huge? I know it is now with seasonal work, but we're talking full year long stuff.
I think we're going to start seeing a mix of all of it. I was speaking to the developer of the apartments there off of Dude Ranch. And what's interesting is the age group that's renting there. You actually had people sell their homes. They're probably between that 40 and 65 mark. You have some people that are single. They've decided not to own right now. They'd rather rent, which is not who I thought were going to be their clientele. So you've got that mix there, but you also see a lot of youth coming back to the area. They graduated here from School of the Osage, Camington, Eldon, but they're coming back to their roots and they want to live here. But I have to find them jobs. So I'm excited about the growth. I just need to figure out where they're not going to live in my basement, like my son right now, who needs to go to law school. So that's what I'm trying to figure out personally. Yeah.
Right. Well, I feel your pain. I have a son living in my home in St. Louis, so we're both in the same thing there. But we love him, and it's great. So I know it's a lot of work for you. It's always work. But I just noticed as I was perusing your Facebook the other day that you posted some pictures, and you did an unbelievable trip this year, didn't you?
We did. We were very blessed to go to South Africa for 3 weeks. So my husband and I planned this for over 2 years. It was for our 25th wedding anniversary. However, we did it 27 years for being married. We're not exactly on the money for when we try to do things. Yeah.
Well, I love that idea. I hope Jeff gave that to you as a present on your 25th and was able to ride that out for 2 more anniversaries. So I think that's brilliant.
We try. Yeah.
What did you learn going over to Africa? What stuck with you?
It is this magical place. So if you ever wanted to go, I highly encourage it. It is a different world out there. The people were amazing to us, but the wildlife, I knew it was going to be wonderful, but I didn't realize how amazing. When you're in the middle of town and you look over and there's elephants right outside a playground, because we were in the drought season, so they come in because they want to eat. And you talk to the local people and they're like, yep, in the middle of the night, I look out my window and there's an elephant in the backyard.
Wow.
And there went all my wife's flowers. I'm like, in your backyard? They're like, all the time. It's no big deal.
So
yeah.
we complain about the deer here, and they've got elephants. So it's a lot different. I would rather pick up deer poop than elephant poop, probably. So I think we got the winning edge on that one.
They're disruptive, and every home has a gate. So I kept saying, is there crime here? And they said, no, there's not really crime here. It's for the wildlife. And I go, oh, I now understand, but they can jump. The other animals just jump it.
Oh, wow.
And when you are driving down the highway, you just don't worry about deer. You worry about every large animal, and people just let their cattle and their goats run free. I mean, it's a free for all. You don't know what you're going to see.
And you got to walk with the lions. Was that right? As the picture I saw, was it lions you were walking with?
Yes, we went to a lion sanctuary.
Oh, wow.
And it was amazing. It was probably the silliest thing I've ever done. I did sign a waiver. I really didn't read it. I probably should have, because all you had was a stick, and we were lined up with about 20 people, and it was 2 brothers, so 2 lions that were brothers, and they did feed them right before.
Which is good. Which is key. Yeah,
that was key.
Get them fed.
Yes, so you walk with them. You got to take your picture with them. They got up in the trees. I'm looking at one. He's completely roaring at me. And they said, you are not to speak. Do not bend down for any reason. If you drop your phone or anything, do not bend down, because then you'll look weak. You have to stand tall with your stick and put the stick out in front of you.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So you expect this animal not to hurt me from a stick? Let's really think about it.
I thought maybe it was AI when I saw it. I thought maybe you just transposed yourself into the walk with the lions, but that was real.
No, that was real. I mean, my poor heart. I'm like, please don't. You weren't supposed to yell. You're supposed to be very calm. And I'm like, this lion can see right through me. I know it. And then I wore zebra shorts because I knew I was going to do it. So I wanted the photo op, but I forgot that's what they eat. I mean, I did not think this through whatsoever.
Oh, the fashion part of you came out either way. That's brilliant. I love it. I mean, that's exciting trip. I mean, that's something that is kind of a once in a lifetime thing, and that's awesome that you're able to do that. You guys, you're so busy. You guys work all the time. It's great to see you taking a couple weeks off and really getting out there. Remax we see around the lake all the time. Every time I turn around, it's obviously successful. I mean, almost a 1 in 2 chance if you're going to do a transaction at the lake, you're working with a Remax agent. Why wait and why not just call them right away? So get a hold of Melissa and Remax Lake of the Ozarks if you have any needs for real estate, buying or selling. They can help you, or you can just want to talk to somebody about the real estate market. They're more than happy to share their data with you and make sure you understand all that's going on. We really appreciate having you on the show, Melissa. We've gotten Jacob, your son, on. Tell Jeff we're still hunting him down, so we're going to get him on the show here pretty soon.
I will get him on it. And yes, please call me because, my son does live in the basement right now. We need to get him off to law school and I've got to pay for that. So we've got big plans. I need him out.
There you go, everybody. All right. Well, listen, we are so happy to talk to you. We will have you back on in the spring to talk more about real estate. Thanks for joining us today. Have a wonderful holiday season. And everybody have a wonderful next week. And we will see you next week on Saturday on KRMS and also always in the LOZ app here on the LOZ app Podcast Network.